Who are you?
Was your best?
What's going on, YouTube? It's Tree Wars. Now, if I went by my feats of strength logic, the reason why I don't have noob is because I'm not using any Sub-Zero. I mean, isn't noob Sub-Zero? So, at least the new stories, right? This guy hasn't done jack shit. I mean, look at all this. Look at all the shit I got. He hasn't done any fucking anything. Nothing. And all the other low subs, I bet you are like this. Makes fucking sense, right? Anyways, this is my battle to get into the, to be able to do 12 and 15 rounds, so... Hopefully it's been entertaining a little bit. I'll go back to silent mode. This is exactly what I'm talking about. 3 days, 16 hours, 11 million, 8 million, 8 million, 7 million, 5 million. All of that is fucking cheating. Come on. I just beat 9. This literally just turned over. Look at the time. Let's check out the other ones. I mean, realistically, maybe that's possible. Maybe. I doubt it. Yeah. You want to take out hackers? Just look at the fucking leaderboard. So let's see what I get. I'm in champion, so I got like what, a 6 fucking 385. That's champion? That's nice. It's always nice. I mean, that's a million fucking coins right there, so it's nice to get that shit done. Hopefully soon they'll all be done. I think I paid all, like, up to 8 or 9. Those are good. That's really good for Jade. I really don't see it being better. Fuck you. For anybody else. Yeah, that's a fucking joke. But, yeah, I don't know. I wonder. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking probably go to silent mode and just open up 37 fucking packs. Jesus, probably open up more than that, because there's a certain number I like to be at. I'm OCD about this type of shit. I like to be around 1,400. It seemed like it was always my lucky number. Like, that's when I started getting diamond cards and shit. Probably has nothing to do with it, really. It's just my crazy fucking mind, how I work. I mean, shit, if you've been subscribed for a while and you actually watch my fucking videos, you know I'm fucking a little bit tapped in the fucking brain. Like, you know I'm not completely, like, not the sanest fucking person. So, if you're new, well, you'll find out. But, yeah, I'll go back to silent mode and just open up these fucking packs. Because, I mean, what the fuck am I gonna say during these packs? I could talk about the time I was fucking, that I was tortured. I mean, I brought that up, but I didn't really tell the reason, how it happened, why it happened. And was it torture? I mean, you're held down by one dude and you're getting your shit kicked out of you by another person for, you know, a couple hours. Maybe like 3. Got a hard head, man. Yeah, a lot of things that probably should have killed me didn't. I mean, I had a concussion, absolutely. I kept passing out. People thought I was on heroin. I also drank a whole bottle, though, that morning, too, because I was in so much fucking pain of, Jaeger. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it was... I looked for the quickest thing I could get. It was like, fucking, what? Give me this. Pain be gone. But, yeah, I was at this beach where it had, like, thousands of tents. It's fucking insane how it goes. That looks dope. And, the night before, so me and my boy went up there, and some other people, some of his friends were gonna come, And like I knew some of these people too. And I guess I was blacked out drunk because I don't remember this, but this is what I was told. I was talking to this chick, and this guy was like, I guess I was hitting on her or some shit like that. And this guy was like, "Yo, respect my girl." I was like, "I'll fuck your girl." And me and him fought. I mean, if I'm blacked out drunk, a fucking 10-year-old could probably kick my ass, you know? So he kicked the shit out of me. My boy fucking stopped it. He's like, "What, you want to get it too?" And my boy is pretty strong. And he's like, "Let's do it." And his boy, this kid Tim, fucking broke up the fight. You know, he didn't want his two friends fighting, and that shit would turn into like a bloodfest. So that stopped. My boy fucking put me in a tent, and I wake up to people entering the tent, and I just fucking threw a punch. This other kid from behind me, that's like near my head, held my hands down. So I mean, I deserved the guy kicking my ass, but I do not. No, I don't think anyone deserves this, really. The second part. So, other dude's holding me down while this guy's fucking wailing on me for hours, and like I'm fucking screaming for help. No, and there's tents near me. No one helps. No one does a fucking thing. Fucking sun rises. He goes to his tent. He comes back and brings me a fucking blanket. Some parts I'm really leaving out, like this. It's a long story short, you know. He brings me a fucking blanket though. That's the oddest thing. Like, I don't want you to freeze to death. And me and this kid knew each other from a long ass time ago. But you know, that's his best friend. And I was disrespectful to his girl, so you know, I get that. That fight, you know, that one-on-one fight, confrontation, you know, that's cool. Him and his other boy holding me down, not cool. And it wasn't that dude, I don't think that held, no, it was a lot skinnier, fucking scrawnier dude. But 2-on-1 while you're sleeping and fucking still drunk as shit, waking up to that, man, it was fucked up. I got permanent left eye damage. A lot of sand in my ear for some reason. What did they do? Like fucking grab a fucking chunk of sand and just, I don't know. But a few years later, and like I said, my best friend, one of my best friends, the kid that did that is baby's daddy's sister. So my best friend's sister is father to one of her kids. So it's morning, I get out of the tent, people are looking at me like, holy fuck. And I'm like, yeah, holy fuck is right, yeah, thanks for helping, really, appreciate it. I went to the closest fucking cooler there was, like, I guess it was ours, and I took a bottle, I didn't give a fuck whose it was at that point. But I found out that it was my boy's, so that could have started another fight, but at that point I think I would have just hit someone with a bottle and stabbed them, because I was like, I got no fight in me. I don't think anyone would have fought me at that point. Looking at my face, it was a bloody mess. After I cleaned it up, it didn't look as bad. I just looked like I got my ass kicked. Ooh, nice. I'm getting all this shit for noob, but don't got noob. So my boy gets out of his tent and he sees me. And he's just like, what the fuck? And he goes running at that fucking, to the guy's tent. And I fucking stop him. And I'm like, yo, you beating the fuck out of him isn't going to change anything that's happened. And holiday time is going to be very awkward for you if you do this. So just drop it. Fuck it. I'm alive. I'm good. And I polished off that bottle pretty quick. And I ended up getting in a fucking... We got a boat. Rented it. It was a small, like, canoe type thing. to go down the river, and I was dude, I couldn't do fucking anything. My ribs fucking killed. Like, I remember getting into the boat and then trying to get out. I capsized us, and the chick's like, what the fuck, like this other chick, and it's like, man, you have no idea. I couldn't even get back in the boat. My fucking ribs hurt so fucking bad. So we get kicked out because the night before, that kid that fucking, not the kid that held me down, the kid that was beating me, jumped on someone's tent while there was people in it and like was just dropping elbows onto him. Real nice guy. Real nice, you know? So we get kicked out for that. So not only after that, we get kicked out. Like, at first I think he thought I snitched, which I'm fucking, dude, I don't need a snitch, dude. If I'm gonna do something, you're not gonna know about it. Like, I'll get you back if I truly wanted to. Hence, I don't want to and I don't care. I mean, I'm putting it on fucking YouTube. So if anything ever happened to the kid, ta-da, you know what I mean? Like, obviously I don't give a fuck, and the beef was squashed anyways. But the funny way how the beef was squashed. So I ran into him at a bar like a few years after that, and I think this was his way of apologizing. I'm not really sure, but we were sitting there and I was, you know, drinking. This is the time where I drink a lot. He's like, we're not going to have any problems tonight, are we? And I laughed. I was like, I don't know, are we? And he's like, huh? So, you can take a punch, huh? And I was just like, if this was fucking 20 years earlier, man, I would have fucking shot the kid in the head. Killed him. Went to prison, do my time, whatever. But I didn't give a fuck. I was, you know, I'm fine. It's like not even the worst time my face has been fucked up. I think the worst, maybe that was the worst, I don't know. That might be the worst, or the car accident where I dislocated my hip and like hit the fucking, we were going about 40 miles per hour. The other car is going about 50 to 40. We took a left-hand turn on a green light, on a green light, but we didn't yield to oncoming traffic. I'm in the passenger seat. I'm like, dude, there's a car. The kid's like, huh? What? Bam! That didn't even knock me out. That kid didn't knock me out either. He just fucked me up. I mean, after you hit something after a while, you're gonna cut that shit open. You're gonna do some fucking damage. Doesn't mean you get knocked out. That's why he said I have a hard head, because I don't think he's ever hit anyone so much and them not go out. So, I didn't go out in the car accident either. I thought I would have, but the driver, his eyes were wide open and his eyes were fucking like, he looked dead. And I was like, whoa. And the first thought, which is so weird to say, but like, I was like, I've never seen a dead body before. This is weird. And then I saw blood just start dripping. That's why I don't think I got knocked out. Because I think if I got knocked out, I think the blood would already be pouring from his fucking forehead or his head. You know what I mean? That's the spot where it bleeds a lot, you know? I got fucked up bad. I was in the hospital for like a couple of weeks. They said that I was one of the quickest people they seen to ever heal from an accident as bad as mine. The car was like a cube. They don't even know how I survived. I wasn't wearing a seatbelt and I had my legs crossed. And the reason why, like, crossed as in, like, you know how you cross your bottom legs? Like, or your bottom legs, your feet? Like if you're sitting, laying down, your feet are crossed. That's how I was sitting in the car, and I guess that's why my hip did what it did. My back, the hip hit the dashboard and just... That was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. I mean, someone told me the car was not, like, adrenaline lasted for a good hour, I think. Didn't feel any pain. wiggling my toes. Well, alright, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So, I see the blood dripping. I'm like, dude, the guy's fucking dead. Then I see him shoot up, like, fucking, whoa. Or sit up, I should say. Shoot people like he was fucking booting? What? He was shooting up? What was he shooting up? No, not that type of shoot up. Like, he sat up. And I was like, fucking prick. It's like, dude, the car was fucking coming. Didn't you not hear me? What does huh mean? It means slam your fucking brakes, you dumb fuck. He gets out of the car. And there was a girl in the back seat. Fucking... She's screaming hysterically. She, like, I think she sprained a finger. She, like, had no damage to her. And I think the finger that she sprained had a ring on it, which had a bunch of, like, my back of my scalp and hair embedded into the ring. I wonder if she kept it or not. And I was always told, if you ever get into an accident, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. So I wiggled my fingers. I'm like, okay, cool. Wiggle my right toe. Okay, wiggle my left. It ain't happening. So I'm like, fuck. Same year, no fucking lie. Same year, my house burnt down. Like, 3-4 days before my birthday. My dad made a joke after, you know, we calmed down. They took my blood pressure. They're like, excuse me, are you on cocaine or any methamphetamines? Your heart is racing. I'm like, geez, I wonder. Could it be because everything that I own is just burning down to the ground? Could it be? No? Possibly? You don't think it could be that, right? No, it's definitely drugs. Yeah. You fucking idiot. So... I swear fire was after me that year, because this girl's like, yo, the fucking car's on fire. And I'm like, I am not fucking dying in a fire. It's not happening. So I fucking try to open my door. It's not happening. So I just crawled myself out of the driver's seat, which is probably so bad. I probably did so much more damage in, like, with my hip, like, moving around and shit. Didn't feel it yet. And I pulled myself out, my feet were dangling. I was like, dude, if the fucking car explodes, at least I'm not in it. This is the best I could do. Someone must have moved my legs out, because I remember my legs being out of the car completely, because I thought, shit, I got weed on me. And I was like, yo, grab that weed, because I don't want to get arrested for that. And that's how they do it. That's how it's done. They don't give a fuck about you being almost fucking dead. They want to get a charge on you. Even though you're a passenger, have zero liability. No, they want to arrest your ass. Funny thing is I did get charged because I had a beer can in my coat jack pocket. It's called unlawful possession of a minor. Or, yeah, something like that. So, no, weed can't be found, supposedly. Someone stole it, obviously. I don't give a fuck. As long as it's not on me, I'm good. Because at this time, it was a misdemeanor. It wasn't some violation slap on the wrist. It was like fucking, you could do a year in jail if you had a fucking joint. And that's pretty much how much I had on me. It wasn't anything fucking like, you know, large. So adrenaline wears off. Hips dislocated. My leg is twisting around. My other leg is holding it up. And I just start screaming. I couldn't stop. I could not stop myself from screaming. I wanted to so bad, but I couldn't. They got me into the hospital. They got me into the, on a gurney, put me into the, ambulance, and the guy said to me, if you don't stop screaming, I'm going to move your leg. And I told him to go fuck himself. I wish you felt what I felt. He never moved my leg, otherwise I would have pressed charges on him. Even him saying that, I think I could have pressed charges, but I was just like, I don't want to be in pain anymore. I tried meditating, I couldn't, all I could do was scream. So if I ever dislocate my hip again, man, and if it's like like if I have to be quiet, you gotta shoot me in the fucking head, because more likely, it ain't happening. One of the worst, I mean, they fucking get me to the hospital. And before they shoot me up, they fucking pop it back in, and that's when a piece broke. But I could hear it and feel it just. And then they just shot me up with this shit, and it was the best feeling I've ever felt in my life. Well, second best feeling I've ever felt. Third best feeling I've ever felt in my life. And somehow my dad was there, so like things like start to get like not. I don't understand. So I thought he was there when they popped it back in, and he was like, no. I was like, what? After they shot me up, I don't know. I don't know. But he was there, and I was looking at him, I was like, dude, I'm so fucked up. And he just shook his head at me. But yeah, I got not arrested, but charged for unlawful possession of a minor. So I show up to court fucking hobbling, and they're like, I think you learned your lesson. I was like, fuck you, asshole. Like, really? I was listening to IACP Great Milenko. How many times? That's a good song. The end of that? Exactly. So, if you know that song, and you know what I'm fucking talking about. But, yeah, the judge is like, I think you learned your lesson. But, yeah, I was in the hospital for about, like, 2 weeks. The kid, the driver, he had a brain hemorrhage. He was out quicker than me. But, I wanted a cigarette, and I wanted to get the fuck out of there. I did not want to spend Christmas in a fucking... was it Christmas? It was a holiday coming up. And I didn't want to spend it in a fucking hospital bed, and I wanted a cigarette. So they said that you had to climb up these stairs and climb down these stairs on these crutches, and we'll let you leave. I did it, and they said, you are the quickest person we've ever seen heal from an accident that bad. And I was like, well, maybe some people just don't want to fucking leave the hospital. You got fucking... Like, the food wasn't bad, the hospital that I was staying at. Everyone's like, hospital food's disgusting. Like, where I was staying at was fucking good. You get fucking comfy bed, you got cable. Some people's lives aren't that great, so of course they're gonna stay as long as they fucking can. Me? I was all set. I wanted a cigarette, I wanted out. So, maybe people heal quicker, they just don't want to leave. You ever think of that? But, yeah, that accident and being tortured. I'd rather be tortured again. That hip thing really sucked. Yeah, if I had to pick one or the other, yeah. I mean, it sucked. Don't get me wrong. And I was in a lot of pain for a while, but... that car accident sucked. And mental mind fuck. To this day, I still don't drive. Like, I'm all set. Like, I'm still nervous of left-hand turns. Like, I'm not good at judging how far the car is coming straight, so, like, I'll tense up once in a while. And shitty thing is, the driver of my car didn't have insurance. The driver of the other car had alcohol in his system, but not over the limit. And he didn't have any insurance, so nobody wanted to sue. And this is well over this is over 10 years. I was about 17. I'm in my 30s now, so long ass fucking time ago. This is past statute of limitations, like, or stature. The stature or whatever it's called. It's, I can't do shit now if I wanted to. But that kid, if I run into him, man, or that guy, I'd like to break their fucking hip. Or dislocate it. I just want them to know what I felt. You know, that's why I wish there was a machine or something where, like, you could go up to a doctor and you could touch them and they'd feel what you feel for a second, and you'd be like, you tell me what that is. Tell me what this is. Because it sucks. Other people fuck it up for you because they lie. Oh, I got back problems. Now, the thing about back problems is they can't really, like, pinpoint what the problem is all the time. So people lie, they get fucking drugs up the ass, and that fucks it up for honest people like me. Like, if I got real problems, they're like, tough shit, ibuprofen, bitch. Which, you know, I wouldn't want to be on Percocets again or Oxycontin again. Well, Oxycontin doesn't even exist. It's like an OP pill. I call it the Terminator pill because you can't abuse it, can't do shit with it. Back in the day, woo, I had me some fun. Well, at moments it was fun, I guess. But coming off shit, it's fucking hell. So anyone that has going through opiates withdrawals or getting clean, hang in there. It gets better. It does. It just takes fucking time. Maybe don't go the methadone route. And if you're on methadone and you're trying to get off, I'll pray for you, because that shit is, like I heard, the worst thing to get off. It's worse than fentanyl or heroin. Try to go Suboxone Subutex route. Take low doses and eventually it's easy to get off. I've done that before. And people that are alcoholic trying to get clean, I've been there before. That's you stay away from people that are drinking, obviously. Because let's say you have a roommate that drinks, you're not gonna get clean. It's not gonna happen. Otherwise you're gonna have to isolate yourself from them completely, never talk to them. It's just either get a new roommate or have them quit as well, because it's hard. I mean, if you can do it, congrats, but I couldn't. And I'm not really done drinking. Like, I don't drink at the moment. I'm not drinking right now. I drank about 10 times in the past almost 4 years. So going from 18 beers every other day, plus being what I'm prescribed, that was insane. I mean, I'm destroying my body quicker than it's horrible. So now I really don't drink much. I never want to say I quit anything, because let's say if I relapse, I'm gonna be all, oh well, poor you, well, you know what, fuck it, let's just keep doing it. And then 6 months down the line, you're fucking right back where you started. So if I don't say I quit it, I'm not gonna feel bad about it. I'm just gonna brush myself off the next day and get back up and start the fuck over. I think it's, it's better. I don't count the days. I'm not one of those AA people. I mean, it works for some people, great. It does not work for me. I don't like to think I'm powerless over my addiction. Fuck that. If I think I'm powerless, then I'm gonna do whatever the fuck no. I'm gonna manipulate that to my advantage. Straight up. So, it works for some. Next is fucking cigarettes. These fucking things. And the abuse from fucking OCs and fucking Percocets. I'm still dealing with that in a way. Like, fucking nasal spray. Still to this fucking day. I still got something, like, trying to make my nose be able to be breathable. I gotta stop using that and quit cigarettes. But now I started drinking, I was drinking those Frappuccino drinks, Starbucks ones you buy at the store. They're fucking expensive. So now I make my own. But I feel like I just kind of replaced that with caffeine with alcohol now, in a way. It doesn't fuck you up like that, or anything like that, but it's a nice boost in the morning. I don't drink it constantly. Now, cigarettes is a whole nother story. These fuckers are gonna kill me soon. Like, maybe, if I'm lucky, I got 10 years left. So, time to be quitting. Then again, people say they've smoked their whole entire lives from fucking 13 to fucking 60 something. They're still alive. But it's not. It's bad. So I'm starting to use a timer. Like on my phone, I'll use the timer. Every half hour you can have a cigarette, and then drop from every half hour to every hour to every 2, just keep doing that. I figured I can cut down. It's a good idea, right? But yeah, anyone that's going through drug abuse, man, I've fucking been there. And almost every drug except meth. I never touched meth. Every other one I've come up against and beat. Except for cigarettes and, when did I beat alcohol? I don't know if you really beat any of them. Kind of sticks with you kind of forever. You just think less about it. You know? I mean, at this point, it's no one. You couldn't pay me to do a pill. Or heroin or fentanyl or whatever. It just, nope. Fuck that. Someone could do it in front of me, I wouldn't care. So yeah, my story of being kind of tortured through car accident to drug addiction. Oh yeah, by the way, first taste of opiates. Really, I mean, yeah, I had Vicodin before. That shit's like fucking, might as well be ibuprofen. First taste of real opiates was that car accident. So go figure. It wasn't, oh, I want to be a junkie. Oh, nobody, I don't think anyone's goal is to be, you know what? I'm going to wake up today, I'm going to become a fucking junkie. Let's do that. See how that works. I don't think that's anyone's goal. It just happens in different ways. For me, it was the car accident. And since I have got clean, I've helped 2 people to get off heroin that probably were gonna die. I mean, they were on the verge. They weren't doing good, so I helped 2 people get clean. One person I tried, and I mean, you really gotta want to be clean to stay clean. I can help as much as possible, but you really gotta want it. Otherwise, it's not gonna happen. So if I can help anyone else get clean by, speaking about it or talking to someone, yeah, I don't mind doing that at all. If I can help anyone, I think it's a good thing to do. Or if you know anyone that's struggling, shunning them is definitely not the answer. But they also want to get clean. Some people, they don't. And if they don't, then at that moment, I guess you just gotta leave them alone until they want to get clean. Me, I'm a stubborn fucking prick, so that's how, I just got fed up. I was just so fucking fed up. And I got some goodies out of this pack opening. And hopefully interesting. Talked a little bit about myself. Some of the shit that went down in my life. Could have swore I've talked about this before. Probably not a lot, but a little bit. Good enough. Let's see what we got here. Ah, character I can't use. Fucking awesome. What do we get? Yeah, look at that. Sweet. Oh, and we got this. What's this? Anything with a noob, I'll fucking equip. Why not? Maybe that will help me get a... Maybe it'll help me get it. So that's it. Not bad. Consecutive days played, 346 days. I usually sometimes, well, I try to pick the same spot over and over again. I figured it's better than jumping around. The odds of getting something decent is probably better sticking to one spot. Maybe, I don't fucking know. It's all guess. But I am gonna get back to finishing the challenge mode, so... Like I said, I hope, well, you learned a little bit about me. And, hope you all stay safe. Try to be nice to one another. I'll do the same, even though it's fucking hard. And yeah, stay safe. I'm out. Peace.